Hey, cousin. So Gayle King is exposing her ex-husband that he cheated with her friend. So let's go ahead and listen to her tell this story. It is horrendous, honey. It is horrendous. He should be ashamed of his trifling self.
How did you walk in on them?
I drove myself to the airport, and the airline would call you to say, listen, your flight has been canceled, but you can get, if you get on the next one, you can get out of there. So I was in DC, and, Kirby and Will were little. They were like 2 and 3 at the time. So, I said, guys, we got to hurry, go. We got to the airport, got in the car, came home. And the alarm was set, which I thought, that's strange. He never sets the alarm. And next thing I know, he comes flying out of the room, and he's got a towel on. He goes, you can't come in.
What?
What do you mean I can't come in? What are you talking about? He goes, you can't come here. Come in. Someone's here. I go, someone like who? There's nobody here. I mean, I was so oblivious. There's nobody here. Get out of the way, Billy. There's nobody here. He goes, really? You can't come in. So I start searching the house because I didn't believe him. I get down. There she is, cowering behind the door. In my towel, Alex. It was a nice bath sheet. In my towel.
What did you say?
I said, I can't believe that you are here and that you are doing this. I can't believe that you are doing this.
She was your friend.
Yes. And I even said, I thought we were friends. It sounded so pitiful. I thought we were friends. And she was married. And I said, I'm calling him, her husband. And he goes, don't call, because they have a good marriage. They have a good marriage. And so he said, please don't call. So he goes, I'm going to take her to the train station so her husband can pick her up so he won't know. So they left and went to the train station. Wow. I called Oprah. Oprah goes, wait, let me get this straight. He left you there alone and went with her? And she said, oh, girl, you don't even know how bad this is. And then she said, well, fuck him, call her husband. I go, you think I should call? Yes, call. Now, by now, it's been 2 hours. So I call him, and you know what he said? He said, she told me you would be calling. She said that you came home early, unexpected, and you drew the wrong conclusion. And she told me you would call and say that you thought they were having an affair. He said to me, you are delusional and out of touch with reality, and I suggest you get some help. Wow. Well, then I said, okay, you think I should get some help? Does your wife have a pink satin pajama top? Does she have some green mint panties that go with that? And oh, by the way, there are semen stains in my bed. So am I delusional and out of touch with reality? And then I said, go fuck yourself. And I hung up the telephone.
How did you walk in on them?
I drove myself to the airport.
Wow. See, this is why the old church ladies used to touch, keep women out of your home, honey. Okay, because she thought that was her friend, and her friend was doing her husband. Granted, a cheater is going to cheat if you have friends around or friends not around. But I just keep people out of my home. Ain't nobody hanging out at my house unless we're inviting you over for Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner or a birthday dinner. Other than that, ain't nobody coming to my house. She said, I thought you was my friend. Probably had her in and out of her house while she was winking at her husband. But you know what they say, cheaters cheat, honey. Well, I say that. Cheaters cheat. He's a cheater. That's why. How disrespectful. In her home. In her marital bed. Woo! That is low down and dirty, honey. Low down. My God. A low down skank of a woman, honey, okay?
Did you ever find out how long they had been together?
Well, he said that it wasn't long. I never did, but I don't believe anything he says. Right. Because at one point, the more I think about this, because I said, couldn't y'all go to a hotel? He said, that got expensive. So when you say how long, I don't know.
Gayle.
See, keep in mind, I was gone all weekend. I know.
Gayle.
I can't believe the shit he said to me. I can't.
Did you ever?
Wow. She said, could y'all go to a hotel? And she said that got expensive. You know what that means? To me, it sounds like he was with her not because he really loved her. Well, of course he doesn't love her because he's cheating on her, but honey child, honey, low down, honey, low down. Let's listen to this part.
How did you eventually know you had to leave?
Well, because I didn't like who I was. Who wants to live like that?
Right.
I didn't want to be that person. We still stayed in the big, beautiful house. We didn't have to move. I was still working. So it's not like I had to stay because he's, supporting us. It wasn't that. And I just started thinking about it. I think he probably wanted out of the marriage too,
Right.
for whatever reason. I remember that one therapist said, Gayle, this marriage can work if you become a doormat. He said to me, my ex said, I'll be so glad when this Gayle King shit is over. Now, listen, I was just a big fish in a little pond. I wasn't even, this. I didn't have this kind of prominence. I was a local news anchor, but I was a big deal in my state where you're well known. I watch you all the time. And he just didn't like it. Keep in mind, he's a Yale educated lawyer.
So he was jealous of her, right? He was jealous of her. Don't marry a man who can be jealous of you, ladies. Okay, let's listen in some more. Okay, he's Yale educated.
To this day, one of the smartest people I know. I used to love talking to him because I love great conversation. Very, very smart. So the therapist said, if you want to become a doormat and do everything that he wants you to do, then this marriage can last. But it took...
No, he wouldn't last. He would still cheat. He would still be a cheater because that is who he is. He's a cheater because that is who he is. So no, he wouldn't have worked.
Me a while to understand that he really, really resented me. He
Right.
really did.
Right.
And I think, at the end of the day, he probably didn't like me of all that I represented. And it's not like I walked around like, I'm Gayle King.
No, you just had a six.
He didn't like her and he resented her. So now I'm trying to think back about their story because in one of the pictures I was looking, she looked old enough to be his mom. So cousin, if y'all could... Oh, I don't remember their story, how they met and all this, but I was looking at one of the pictures. She looked like his mother. She looked like his mother. So if you remember their story, how they met and all that, let me know.
I used to run his bathwater, Alex. A little bit of hot, a little bit of cold. I pick out his clothes because he was colorblind. I mean, I tried to do everything that I thought. I would fill up his car with gas so he wouldn't even have to get gas.
All the little things. And like,
See, that's why he cheated on you. You're filling up his gas tank? Girl, no wonder he cheated on your behind. Are you kidding me, Gayle? Oh my God, girl. Do you know how long I haven't been to the gas station? Do y'all know how long? I cannot tell you the last time I went to the gas station to put gas in our truck. Maybe a year ago when my husband was away. And you're filling up his gas tank? No wonder he cheated on you. You was being his mother. Oh, disgusting.
said,
and I wanted to do them. And listen, it wasn't that he asked me. I wanted to do it. I thought that was a loving, kind thing to do.
I think that threatened by a woman's success is one of the biggest, easiest, obvious ways to just completely crumble a relationship, but it's so hard to see as a woman.
But men say they want women who are successful.
And then they get them and they're like, but be a little. How did you eventually?
Cousin, this couldn't have been me filling up his gas tank. Girl, bye. She crazy. So, honey, the signs were all there, child. The signs were all there.
Gayle King catching her husband cheating with her friend is crazy. And the fact that he was telling her not to come in the room so she would see who the woman was, that's dirty.
Dirty.
That is crazy.
Crazy.
And I hate to say it, but I feel like Gayle said she didn't know, but the signs were always probably there.
Right.
She said the woman cheered her husband on. They were having a game or something. She just was like, "Go Bill," and it was just too.
Ain't no game night at my house. Nothing. And I'm not going to anybody's house for no game night. Okay? I'm a different type of woman, different type of wife, different type of mama. The Bible says stay at your own house. I was raised to say don't go to people's homes. All this, let's couple dates and Oh, good night. Stay your ass. Hashtag ass at your house. All this mixing and mingling and people growing feelings and attraction for your husband and your wife and all this bull crap, I don't believe in it. Stay at your house. Again, if we're hosting birthday dinners, if I'm having a birthday dinner for my husband, I would invite his friends over, like his best friends, okay? Me, for my dinner, I don't want to have no birthday dinner with nobody. Because, you know, the older I get, I'm realizing that I really can't stand a lot of these women. And I don't want to be bothered with them, okay? Not my cousins. Not my cousins. Hashtag not my cousins. I love y'all. I could stay on here, talk to y'all all day. And I will be doing that when I get retired. Well, not all day, girl. You know, I got to sleep and nap. Okay? I don't believe in that. I just don't. I just do not. Okay, but the signs were all there, Gayle. The signs were all there.
Like too intimate.
Right.
Like, yeah, why are you cheering on for
my husband?
Gayle's husband.
Right.
I need Gayle to come out with a book because I want to know who this woman was. And the fact that Gayle was so nice about it, it was just like, I would have waited to exhale on these people. Like, what is going on? Y'all drop down in the comments. Tell me if you ever caught your significant other cheating on you, especially with a friend. What did you do in that situation? All right, bye.
And shout out to Call Her Daddy podcast. A couple of you have sent me a few videos that you wanted me to return. So shout out to them, okay? Okay, let's hear what this sister has to say.
I was watching Gayle King's interview on Call Her Daddy, and I was listening to the story about her husband, her coming home and catching her husband cheating with one of her dearest friends. And if any of you have seen it, you know she mentioned that she called Oprah and told her what happened.
Right.
And Oprah said to her something like, girl, you don't understand what just happened.
Right.
And if I have the timeline correct, I know the story is that Gayle's husband left her after Oprah gave Gayle $1 million for her birthday because she said she was a millionaire and she wanted her best friend to be a millionaire too. That's what I'm talking about. And he knew that he couldn't compete with that. So I don't know if he left her right after that or if he started to act out right after that. And if he started to act out right after that, yeah, that tracks. One thing for certain and two things for sure. A lot of these dudes have never been able to handle their woman having more money than them.
Right.
You hear it on this app all the time, how these dudes love to say, oh, her money, her house, her degree doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Because you wouldn't be so mad about it if it didn't matter. Step your game up. Anyway, I digress. I don't know if
I don't think that's for successful men who really want to get married. That's not what they mean. Okay. That's not what they mean. My husband is a successful Black man, corporate, and I mean, he didn't even care about how much I made before we got married because he was well able to provide for us independent of me. And he's been doing so for 13 years. I have never paid a bill in my house. Never. My husband can do it. Granted, we live very modest lives, okay? So when a man like my husband says, oh, none of that matters, it means he's not marrying me for my money. He's not marrying me because of my house. He's not marrying me for my bachelor's degree. He's marrying me for who I am as a woman and who I can be to him. And that's what that means. That's what the broke, dusty, poor boy men out here, that's not what it means for them. Okay, so we need to make that differentiation and draw the balance. Okay, he don't care, child. My husband don't care. We have a joint account. I've never my paycheck don't go in there for 13 years. You'll never see a direct deposit from my job to the joint account. The only transference of money I send to the joint account is my tithes and offering and anything else I want to give to the church, depending on who we are, if we believe in tithes and offering or not, first fruits, whatever, offering for the church. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clarification.
The affair happened before or after the $1 million, but it definitely tracks
Mm-hmm.
because he's insecure. He
Right.
was insecure for that time.
Right.
Because how many people have a best friend named Oprah?
Mm-hmm.
And knowing her power and what she could do for her, he knew he would never be able to do those things for her, even though she still loved him and wanted to stay married to him. So he destroyed his family because he was insecure and felt like he needed, I guess, to feel like a man. They are so silly and simple.
She wanted to stay with him after that. Like, how do you want to stay with a man after he does that in your house? Like, that is so shocking to me and disgusting and gross. All right, cousins. So let me hear what you have to say about this. She's definitely the Naked Wife. If you do not have the Naked Wife on Amazon, be sure to pick it up. Maybe you should send a copy to Gayle. Okay, Gayle, you can read my book and shout me out on the news. Okay. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Let me know what you think. Be sure to watch the 2 videos I did earlier, girl, of the black federal judge who was getting her cheeks clapped in her chambers. Shameful. Shameful. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.